The Influence of Music on the World, a Multidimensional Perspective.
Part 2.
Hello everyone, back again with us, Egopedia. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button to keep getting the latest updates from us. 4. Social cohesion and unity. One of music's most powerful social functions is its ability to bring people together. National anthems, protest songs, and religious hymns are all examples of music fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. Events like Live Aid, Woodstock, or international music festivals illustrate how music can mobilize people across the globe toward common goals, whether charitable, political, or celebratory. In times of crisis, music often becomes a communal coping mechanism. Following global tragedies or natural disasters, musicians frequently organize benefit concerts or release solidarity songs, offering hope and collective healing. Music has long served as a powerful force for bringing people together. Whether through collective rituals, national anthems, or protest songs, music fosters a sense of belonging, shared identity, and unity. It transcends linguistic, cultural, and ideological boundaries, enabling people to connect emotionally and socially even when words fail. 4.1. Group identity and belonging. One of music's most fundamental social functions is to strengthen group identity. When people sing, chant, or dance together, they engage in synchronized behavior that activates feelings of unity, trust, and cooperation. These experiences reinforce social bonds and contribute to a sense of we-ness. Examples include religious music, such as hymns or chants, that unites worshipers in a shared spiritual experience. Team chants and songs in sports that generate camaraderie among fans and athletes. And national anthems that symbolize a shared history and instill patriotic pride. Participation in music making, whether in a choir, band, or informal jam session, fosters a sense of inclusion and collective identity, especially important in diverse or fragmented societies. 4.2. Music in rituals and ceremonies. Music is a key element in rituals and communal ceremonies across cultures. From weddings and funerals to festivals and rites of passage, music sets the emotional tone, reinforces cultural values, and connects participants to something larger than themselves. For example, drumming circles in African and indigenous cultures are often used in healing or spiritual rituals, emphasizing group rhythm and unity. In wedding ceremonies, music symbolizes joy, transition, and cultural continuity. During mourning, somber melodies provide comfort and communal expression of grief. These shared experiences help to bind individuals into a community, creating lasting emotional and social connections. 4.3. Protest and solidarity movements. Music also plays a vital role in political and social movements, uniting people around a common cause. Protest songs, chants, and socially conscious lyrics have historically been tools of resistance, empowerment, and mobilization. Notable examples include We Shall Overcome, a civil rights anthem in the United States; Bob Marley's reggae music, which called for peace and social justice in Jamaica and beyond; hip-hop and rap, which emerged as voices for marginalized communities, often addressing themes of inequality, systemic racism, and urban life; songs during the Arab Spring, which became viral rallying cries for freedom and change. These musical expressions serve to amplify the voices of the oppressed, foster solidarity, and energize collective action. 4.4. Global events and mass gatherings. Large-scale musical events such as concerts, festivals, and international competitions, e.g., Eurovision, the Olympics opening ceremonies, demonstrate music's ability to transcend borders and create shared emotional experiences across diverse audiences. Such events often symbolize global unity, peace, or humanitarian causes. For instance, a Live Aid, 1985, brought together global musicians to raise awareness and funds for famine relief in Ethiopia. The global citizen concerts continue to promote action on poverty, climate change, and inequality through music. These events offer a temporary sense of global cohesion, where music becomes a universal language of empathy and togetherness. 4.5. Neuroscience of musical synchronization. Research in neuroscience reveals that synchronous musical activity, such as group singing or drumming, can lead to physiological and neural synchrony among participants. This includes synchronized heart rates, mirrored brainwave patterns, elevated levels of oxytocin, the hormone associated with trust and social bonding. This biological response explains why music fosters such intense feelings of connection and belonging, even among strangers. 4.6. Inclusion and accessibility. Music also plays an important role in inclusive social engagement. It bridges gaps between people of different backgrounds, abilities, and experiences. Community music programs and music education initiatives are often used to integrate immigrant and refugee populations into new societies, provide at-risk youth with a sense of purpose and belonging, create intergenerational bonds, for example, through programs that bring seniors and children together through music. By promoting understanding and empathy, music serves as a catalyst for social cohesion in increasingly diverse societies. In summary, music is a profound social force. It unites individuals into communities, strengthens cultural and political movements, and fosters empathy across divisions. Whether in sacred rituals, street protests, or global festivals, music functions as a universal connector, one that reaffirms our shared humanity. 5. Political influence and resistance. Throughout history, music has been a tool of both political propaganda and resistance. From anti-war folk songs in the 1960s to contemporary hip-hop movements speaking against systemic injustice, music often gives voice to marginalized communities and challenges dominant narratives. Songs like "We Shall Overcome" in the U.S. Civil Rights Movement or "Zombie" by Fela Kuti in Nigeria reflect music's ability to protest oppression and inspire activism. In authoritarian regimes, protest music is often censored, underscoring its perceived power to influence public sentiment and mobilize resistance. Music has long been a tool for political expression, serving both as a mirror of societal conditions and as a catalyst for change. Through lyrics, performance, and symbolism, music can challenge dominant ideologies, criticize injustice, and mobilize communities. In both authoritarian and democratic societies, music has functioned as a form of resistance, an instrument of propaganda, and a medium of political identity. 5.1. Music as protest and dissent. Throughout history, musicians have used their art to speak truth to power. Protest songs give voice to collective grievances and rally public consciousness. These songs often emerge during periods of civil unrest, war, or political oppression, encapsulating the emotional and ideological core of social movements. Notable examples include "Strange Fruit" by Billie Holiday, 1939, which exposed the brutality of racism and lynching in America. "Give Peace a Chance" by John Lennon, a countercultural anthem of the anti-Vietnam War movement. Fela Kuti's Afrobeat music, which critiqued Nigerian military regimes and neocolonialism in Africa. Victor Jara of Chile, whose Nueva Canción music promoted socialist ideals and was brutally silenced during Pinochet's dictatorship. In such cases, music is not simply entertainment, it becomes an act of defiance and civil disobedience. 5.2. Soundtracking revolutions. Music has played a key role in many revolutionary movements, often serving as a sonic backdrop to political struggle. Whether through clandestine performances, underground recordings, or viral online tracks, music spreads messages quickly and widely, even under censorship. During the Arab Spring, songs like "Iral" by Rami Assam became rallying cries in Tahrir Square. In apartheid South Africa, freedom songs like "Nkosi Cycle, I Africa" provided hope and unity for the oppressed majority. The punk rock movement in the UK and US criticized consumerism, monarchy, and institutional control, becoming a youth-driven political rebellion. In these instances, music provided emotional fuel for revolution, uniting people through rhythm and resistance. 5.3. State control and musical censorship. Authoritarian regimes often recognize the political power of music and attempt to control, ban, or co-opt it. Music that challenges official narratives is frequently subjected to censorship, and artists who dissent can face harassment, imprisonment, or worse. Examples include The banning of politically critical hip-hop and rap in parts of China, Iran, and Russia. The censorship of rock and roll in the Soviet Union, seen as subversive and Western. Crackdowns on protest musicians in Myanmar, Belarus, and Turkey, where lyrics supporting democracy or human rights are deemed illegal. However, censorship often enhances the symbolic power of music, turning underground artists into cultural icons of resistance. 5.4. Music as political identity and mobilization. Political parties, ideologies, and campaigns frequently use music to reinforce identity and rally support. Campaign songs, national anthems, and political jingles serve to unify supporters and convey messages efficiently and emotionally. Yes We Can, inspired by Barack Obama's 2008 presidential campaign, merged political messaging with celebrity influence through music. In Latin America, Nueva Canción blended folklore with socialist messages, energizing political movements. In nationalist and populist movements, music is sometimes used to glorify past eras or assert ethnic and cultural identity, highlighting both the unifying and divisive potential of music in political contexts. Music thus becomes a strategic communication tool for shaping ideology. 5.5. Digital platforms and political music today. The rise of digital media and streaming platforms has amplified the reach of politically conscious music. Independent musicians can bypass traditional gatekeepers and use platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify to distribute protest songs or political content to a global audience. Viral protest songs like This Is America by Childish Gambino or Barai by Iranian artist Shervin Hajipur have sparked international conversations on race, freedom, and justice. Social media campaigns often incorporate music to evoke emotion and solidarity, increasing the visibility and impact of political causes. At the same time, this democratization has led to greater risks for political musicians, who may face doxing, digital harassment, or surveillance for their activism. 5.6. Music and peace-building. On the other side of conflict, music has also been used as a tool for reconciliation and peace-building in post-conflict societies. Music therapy, collaborative performances, and intercultural music projects can help bridge divides and heal collective trauma. Examples. In post-genocide Rwanda, musical groups promote unity by blending ethnic traditions into shared musical expressions. In conflict-prone regions like the Middle East, collaborative initiatives bring together Israeli and Palestinian musicians to foster dialogue and understanding. Through these efforts, music becomes a medium of hope, healing, and future-building, an alternative to violence and division. In summary, music holds a powerful position in the political realm. It can challenge authority, galvanize revolutions, and express the struggles of marginalized voices. Simultaneously, it can be manipulated by power or used to foster peace and unity. The political influence of music, whether subversive or state-sponsored, underscores its unmatched ability to shape hearts, minds, and societies. 6. Economic contributions and industry growth. The global music industry is a major economic force, generating over $25 billion annually in revenue. It encompasses recording, streaming, live performance, licensing, and merchandising. Music also contributes indirectly through tourism, fashion, advertising, and digital media innovation. Technological advancements, such as streaming platforms, AI-generated music, and NFTs are reshaping the industry, making music more accessible and democratized. Independent artists now have more tools than ever to reach global audiences without major label support, disrupting traditional industry hierarchies. Beyond its artistic and emotional resonance, music is a significant global economic driver. The music industry supports a complex ecosystem involving artists, producers, venues, streaming platforms, and technology companies. It contributes to job creation, GDP, tourism, innovation, and urban development. As the industry continues to evolve in the digital age, its economic footprint expands across diverse sectors of the global economy.